was in church. My pastor talked about a few years ago at Watch Night service where a lady actually came with the intention of killing herself, but she said to herself that she wanted to go to somebody's church, but the new year was not going to hit with her being alive. But after hearing testimonies from different people in that service, she had the belief that she can make it for another year. The STAG crew got together for 2 nights. We discussed a very touching topic. The topic was, if you told someone to go kill themselves, and that person actually did, are you responsible for their death? These are the opinions. These are the words. This is how it went down. STAG.
Nah, I don't think it's if somebody does kill themselves, because I think it says in the Bible that you're not supposed to kill yourself. Like, you're not supposed to commit suicide. So, you can't go against what God said. Like, you can't listen to what I say and do your own thing and go kill yourself. So, it's not your fault.
Probably like a game, you never know. Like someone asked me like if I can't go to kill myself, I'm still like, go to church, pray God. Like, you never know. STAG.
STAG.
I just love you. I love you. You're not answering your question.
Can I answer the question? The question is, if you told someone to go kill themselves and they actually did it, is it your fault? It seems like they weren't answering the question, right? Yes? Okay. I think that if you do it more than once, then it kind of is on you. But if they only did it like once playfully, then no, it's not their fault. You get me?
You kill yourself more than once?
Yeah. Yeah, like if you tell someone like every single day, go kill yourself every time you see them.
Oh, like a set
then yeah, I might actually get to them. But if you say it once playfully or every now and then, I don't think it's that deep.
I want to touch on that too. So I kind of feel like no matter what the situation is, you want me to speak loud? Okay. No matter what the situation is, if you tell someone to go kill themselves, you never know how someone's going to take it. You don't know what's going on in someone's head or what they're going through. So in that moment, yes, they might lead to that, be like, oh, then my life holds no value, or my life is less than someone else's life, so you know what, mine as well. That's where a lot of people do call suicide, because of what other people say. No matter what they think about their life, you don't know what other people are going through, so why should you say that? Who are you to take someone's life? You saying that is like you murdering somebody. For real, for real.
I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
I agree. How you disagree?
I agree with her
Tell me
because
why you disagree.
Cause first of all, you can't have nobody have power over you to tell you.
but mental
Anybody.
illness is
Mental illness.
Yes,
Exactly.
It is
This stuff
something.
is real. This
Then
stuff is
the
real.
mental illness kills you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel like the mental illness kills you.
I'm using an example. So, like, have y'all watched the show 13 Reasons Why? Like, you can see.
Show.
Hey, chill. Come on. So, anyways, so in the show, although like no one like physically put something to her head or like cut herself, like she still got affected by people's words. Like, you could say like words don't hurt you, but at the end of the day, it could really hurt you and stuff. So I think you just need to be mindful. So as some way you were at fault of what happened. It's not completely at fault because like you're not physically doing it to them, it's their choice, but you can like be a part of like the reason why they're dead.
Can I say something?
Can I add on to that?
Hold on. I was, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, in that movie, she had got raped and some more
That's how
extra
you
stuff.
gonna lose me.
Right, whatever it is, she had got raped in there, right? So it was deeper than just words.
But words were added onto it. I
Alright,
didn't
but-
say that was the only thing.
Alright, that's what I'm saying.
But
It
we're
was
just talking
plenty
about
of
words
things.
here.
That's what I'm saying. We just talking about
I'm
words.
saying how the words affected her.
Can I add on? In that movie, I mean TV show. Sorry, in that TV show, it seemed like she never spoke up about what they were saying was like hurting her. From what I saw, because I didn't see the
Yeah,
whole thing.
so you can't speak on it.
Was in tape, which was really unfair to those that were in the tape. You get me?
Yeah, I don't. Even though she didn't speak out, that doesn't like change the way that it affected her. It still affected her at the end of the day. Yeah, she got raped and other things added onto it, but words had a lot to do with it as well. So I'm not saying that was the only reason why she killed herself, but she also killed herself because of what people had said to her.
If we were to tell you to just put your hands in the fire, are you gonna do that? Like just you. And okay, it's just like the same thing saying go kill yourself. You just go up there. I'm not gonna blame myself if you kill yourself. I'm gonna feel bad or something like that, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna move on with my life.
But that's not the same thing.
It is kind of the same thing. What are you saying? It's like me telling you, kill Yakita. You gonna kill Yakita, right?
But if you tell me put my hands in the fire, is that gonna hurt my feelings? It's like you telling someone to kill themselves. That's way stronger.
But
And you, like what she said, you never know what's going on in someone's life. Let's say like you happy, you're okay with life, and someone says go kill you, you're gonna be like, all right, whatever. But like say like you really going through it and someone says that, that could affect you. That's what I'm saying.
But it doesn't mean you go kill
I never
yourself,
said
though.
that was the full reason, but that can push someone to go forward with it. I'm not saying that that's going to like physically just make everything happen, but that can be part of the cause. Like
So would you blame
decides to
yourself
do.
though?
You can blame yourself for not trying to like not helping them, or you could have done better what you say. You could show empathy instead of being negative.
Well, I
touch on something?
just want to put that out. I would not blame
Touch on
myself.
something. Y'all remember probably in 2012 when there was a law passed about bullying?
Oh, that's
Because it got so serious to the point like kids were killing themselves just because of what people would say. So therefore, if a law got passed to the point it's that serious, it doesn't matter if you literally tell someone, go kill yourself, go jump off the bridge.
But it could be a
You
joke.
don't know, but that's the thing. A lot of people did joke about that. But then it's not a joke when someone is in their room hang themselves, or it's not a joke when someone jumps off of a bridge. You never know what someone is going through. So therefore, it can go to that point and it can escalate very quickly because you don't know. Because it's just like, I could sit here and I can tell you, go kill yourself, like, you know, laughing, joking. You won't really feel it. But if I go tell, like, David, if I be like, go kill yourself and you're going through some stuff and you got stuff going on at home. Exactly.
No.
You're gonna be like, you know what, I should, maybe I should. You know, you never know. It's all about the circumstance that people are going through. So therefore, this situation and what we're talking about is double-sided. Yes, it could be your fault. And no, it couldn't be. Because yes, someone else has all power and they can be like, no, I'm not gonna kill myself. Who are you to tell me to kill myself? You know? Because they can think on their own. But when something is clouding your judgment, then what? Then what?
I feel like everybody has something going on in their life. So like I feel like it's always somebody that's going through worse than what you're going through. So with that being said, there's no reason you should kill yourself. I don't care what's going on. It's not gonna rain forever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But I have something to add on.
You're all actually trying to avoid the question. So is it really your fault?
No, it's not. It's not.
Right from the
You
question
played
and trying to say.
You played in making that decision.
Yeah, so the
therefore,
question is,
yes.
the person is dead. No, the question
So-
is, the person is
It's
dead
not
or alive.
if, it is if they are dead.
Yeah, so
is
if
it
you are
your
dead, the
fault?
question is, you are
Yes.
dead. So
Yes.
is it your fault?
No, it's
Exactly.
not.
You're
No,
dead
it's
or
not.
not?
Because they were probably going to do it
Yeah, so we're all
anyway.
drifting from the question. The question is not whether or not the person actually died or didn't do it. The person is dead. So are you actually at fault for what the person?
No, I'm not.
Can I add on?
Because you were probably
Yes,
going to do
because
it
you played.
tomorrow.
And they actually do it. It's a question of whether the kind of relationship the person had with the person who actually said, go kill yourself. If, let's say, a father and a son, and then based on like the kind of relationship they had, and then it may be abusive, and then the father just one day said, go kill yourself. The boy actually died, and then goes to court, and then the court said, oh, we all know the father actually did say this and that to him. The father abused them. In the court's eyes, he's guilty. Like he actually did say it. So it's based on like the kind of relationship you actually had with that person and how long you actually stay with that person. Some people may be like manipulative, like their whole life they've been told what to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go, what to eat, what not to eat. So like their whole life they've been told what to do, what not to do. So it's like anytime they can't think for themselves, they always have to wait for the person to say, do this, and they will do it. So if the person actually say, go kill yourself, in the person's mind, I mean, since the person has been born, she's never had to decide for herself or himself, and then someone say kill yourself. That is like a mental issue the person actually going in. So if the person say kill yourself, she will actually, or he or she will actually do it because of the impact that person has actually had on the person's life. So if the kind of impact the person has will be based on whether or not the person will actually kill themselves. So if the person dies because of what you actually said, that means you had authority over the person's life, and you actually said what you said, and the person is dead, and then it's actually your fault. No matter how much you say, that's not my fault, I just said it.
Yeah.
Go to the court, you just say, oh, I just said it. I didn't actually kill the person, but you were guilty because you actually said something. So it's like when, let's say, someone abuses. When I was in class, my professor was saying a story about a guy who killed his girlfriend over an argument. The guy killed the girlfriend, called the police, said, oh, I killed this girl. And then the guy was taken to the police station. He said, oh, I did actually kill the girl because of an argument we had. I killed the girl. And then he just said, oh, because of my dad. But the dad wasn't around because he said, oh, when he was growing up, his dad used to abuse his sister, his mom. And then because of that, he actually, psychologically, it affected him. So he actually killed him because of like the abusive way his father was towards his sister and the mother. So in a way, it did affect him because of the relationship he actually had with the father. So in a way, if it was to go to court, he's guilty of what he actually did, but the father may be in a way guilty for what the kind of like impact he actually had on the son's life. So it's based on the relationship the person has. So if the person has like a higher authority over the person and they say kill yourself, and he actually does it, you're guilty. No matter how much you say you didn't touch the person, you didn't do it, you're still guilty.
Because you know God got you at the end of the day. So if you really do believe in God, you will keep striving and keep going. That's how I feel.
To interject to that also, you can sin even if you still believe in God. Don't follow the 10 Commandments. So believing in God doesn't mean you're restricted from those kind of things happening to you, because I can believe in God and I can still sin. I can believe in God and I can go through a moment when I don't believe in God. Does that mean, I don't know, because you're trying to say if you believe in God, then you shouldn't commit suicide, or you can't commit suicide. But you can. And the thing is mental illness is a big thing. Words have meaning. Words have power behind it. Words have more power than physical action, because if someone is abusing you physically, you can feel the pain and you know that, but mentally, you don't understand. You don't understand what that person is actually going through. You don't understand nothing. So just to say, go to kill yourself, I think you would definitely at fault, because mental illness is like one of the biggest thing in America right now. You can't just put that aside and say, oh, well, you did it because you wanted to do it. No, you're going through a moment and someone's like, oh, well, you should just kill yourself. You don't know what that person's going through.
No, it is.
They cannot kill themselves. You don't know how darker the light going to the soul. And sometimes, like Mr. Theo said, would have a power too, and whoever like have a grip on you. And sometimes like the person who's tell you what to do or what overpower you have over you have like authority over your life. But at the same time too, like when the person says one thing, it's built up. It's built up, and one thing you might snap. You might end up killing yourself. But at the same time, if a person don't know what you're going through and say that to you, like you just have a mental illness, go kill yourself. If you go kill yourself, I'm not part of the blame because I don't know what you're going through through your life. It is true because no, it is true
To
because
interject with that,
like
whether you know what the person is going through or not is not on you.
Being insensitive. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
honestly.
just like saying,
Whether you know what the
like,
person is
let's
going
say,
through or not, exactly.
Let's say someone.
But like I said, but you don't know how darker the person
Like,
goes to
for
his life.
example, when-
But if you just go to to the edge, you saying that you're responsible. But if I know mental illness, go kill yourself.
like,
Some people can
Yeah.
be really,
I
really
mean, that's
happy.
true.
but I don't know
Like-
if the darker is.
Like, for example, let's say, oh, I come to you and I say, I'm going to kill you. Like, let's say I'm going to kill you. And then, let's say, a day later, you're dead. And then someone witnessed what you actually said to the person. And then the police comes out and they say, oh, you're going to arrest you. Why? Because you actually did say something to that person. You threatened that person. And now the person is actually dead. You can go to prison for actually saying that, like saying that, and then you can actually go to prison for that because you said, I'm gonna kill you. And then maybe you may not mean what you actually said. You didn't actually do it. But the fact that someone witnessed you saying it, and that person is actually dead, they can actually blame you for it. So it's like, it's not about whether or not the person doesn't know. Even if you don't know the person, in the first place, you shouldn't even open your mouth to tell the person that same thing. Like, go kill yourself. You don't know the person. Who are you to tell the person, go kill yourself? Because I know a story about, like, in my school, there was this guy who, back in my country, he was in school, and then it's like, he said, life is kind of like, he was tired of life. He just said to himself, I'm tired of life. I'm going to kill myself. So it's like, one day he got up, and then he was going to eat, and then he put, like, poison in the food that he was going to kill himself because he felt like everything he has actually done, like, life is always against him. So he put the poison in the food. Likely for someone was in the room who actually saw what he was about to do, and they stopped him. So it's like, you can actually think what actually happened to the person. Maybe he met someone said something to him, someone did something against him. So it's like, man, I'm done with life. Because, like, everybody's treating me this way.
But I agree with the same time we can argue because, like, the person asks you what you're going through and you stop it. That's a good thing. But if I don't know and you just do it,
Exactly, you don't
I don't know.
That's why you shouldn't say it, because you don't know what that person is going through.
No, the argument I'm saying, like, if you live in the moment and you're saying that we're responsible, but if I don't know and I say it, this could go both ways. I don't know what you're going through. Like I said, I don't know the darker the person living through his life. If I said I'm responsible, if I don't know and I just said, if I see right now you go to a mentor and say, oh, go kill yourself, I'm responsible, could be technically that, but if I see what you're going through and I say, I'm responsible for it, maybe I could seek a way out.
That makes sense. They just tell somebody go kill yourself for no reason. What you say to me to make me say to you, go kill yourself. Like now, you say to me to make me tell you go kill yourself. I'm not about to just say go kill yourself for no reason at all.
Yeah, you may not. But some
Who jokes and be like, oh, go kill yourself? Like for no reason.
yes, they do.
For what? Like, I don't know nobody. People in my generation, I don't know about y'all generation. In my generation, you're not just gonna be like, oh, go kill yourself. Like jokingly, oh, go kill yourself. You gotta say something to me to make me say, go kill yourself. Like,
Okay, like, okay.
I'm not about to just jokingly just go tell somebody who I can physically, I see they going through something to kill themselves. Like, be like, you need to go kill yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Someone can look happy. Someone can look full of joy. They can go to church every Sunday. They can praise God. They can pray at night. But you don't know what they're thinking. Doesn't matter. I could look happy as I don't know what. I could get $1 million. But you don't know. But you tell me to go kill yourself, and I have a mental. Like I'm thinking maybe I'm not worth it. Maybe out of something in my life is probably not going right. Whether you know.
telling you to go kill yourself.
Not because they look happy, meaning I
I'm
am
saying,
happy.
people,
There
why
certain
is somebody
feelings-
telling you to go kill yourself? Like,
Saying
people
what's the
just
reason?
randomly be telling people go kill themselves.
Exactly.
Okay. So therefore, I get what you're saying, but when people don't have a they might exactly, but the thing about it is someone can feel so down to the point that they're gonna say something to bring you down. So therefore, you probably won't understand why someone's gonna say go kill yourself, because they're probably feeling like that. They probably feel like they wanna go kill themselves. They probably are feeling less than what they are at that point. So they're gonna say it to you. People that are hurt, they tend to hurt others. But instead of saying, you know, go kill yourself, say something positive. Like, you know, how are you doing today? What's going on with you? You know, instead of people reaching out to others, they tend to put them down. And that's just what it is. And that's just society at this point in
People are
this era.
affected by the environment.
May I add on to what you're saying? So if we know that it's possible for like as humans for us to feel like we're so low, like we don't want to be here. If you know that it's possible for like someone to feel like that, because like I don't know none of y'all personal issues, so I don't know if he's feeling some type of way, if he's feeling some type of way. So I think you should be cautious you should be cautious before you say something to people. Sure. Like you don't have to know if they're going to something to say something like to himself. Like I can't just be like, oh, you're happy, so I can say go kill yourself. I know you're depressed, so I'm not gonna say nothing. Like that just don't make sense. And like I don't know, sir, if like in your generation, if like people were more nicer and stuff, but like in this generation, people do not have empathy, and they'll just be mean to you. You won't understand. It's just like that's just like what we live in. That's society today.
They say everything in that note of how they felt, of who did it, of what drove them to that. And what if they said, because people have told me to kill myself? At that point, if the police see that, they're going for everybody that has done something to that person or that has said something to that person, regardless.
So, if he had all that time, to write this stupid note, he would have had 15 minutes to think about what you were about to do, like 15 minutes, you know.
Homeless man tell somebody to kill themselves. This man don't know you from a can of paint.
Exactly. That's why you shouldn't say it.
So how is this man? So the police gonna lock this man up?
He doesn't even know you.
That's what we're saying.
Finished.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Let's last few words.
You know what the person is going through.
Okay. This is getting out of hand.
No, God, this is getting me bad.
I
feel like y'all illiterate or something.
Yeah, it's gotta have a part two.
All right, look.
Today is not enough.
All right.
We have a part two.
Okay.
Personally, I feel like if you was gonna kill yourself, you was gonna kill yourself.
Yes, thank you.
Whether what I said,
Thank you.
what you said,
Thank
what
you.
anybody said.
There are people who wanted to kill themselves, or they went to church, or someone said something that changed their mind. So it doesn't matter. They can want to kill themselves whenever. It doesn't matter what you say have meaning. Your words have meaning.
If you try to talk somebody personal business, have you ever tried the case?
No. I haven't.
I have, bruh. Like, and I had nothing. None of y'all would have said to me would have made me want to kill myself, but it was me. I had to dig deep inside. Bruh.
Yes.
Yes. Locked up. I've been homeless. I've been through shit. Bruh. Like it's nothing. None of y'all. People could have told. My best friend could have told nigga gonna kill yourself, bruh. That wouldn't have just him saying that shit. It's what's inside of you. It's not what other people. Bruh. You can't worry about what other people say. But if you worry about what the next person say, something like. It is what you can't be worried about what you can't worry about. You got kids y'all probably don't got kids, y'all don't got none of that. You can't just sit there and be like, that's selfish, bro. Killing yourself is some self-thing. I thought about my mother, I thought about my nephews, I thought about my kids, I thought about that shit. That's selfish. I'd have been good. I'd have been dead. That would have. Killing yourself is the most selfish shit. Killing yourself is selfish.
We're not here trying to convince each other what side to take. We're just here to give our opinion on the topic, whatever that opinion is. All right, and then we're going to respect everybody's opinion. Somebody might learn something or think differently from whatever we're saying here today. But yeah, we're just going to keep it stackful. You know, we say what we want to say as a final wrap for tonight. Then we go home. We have a great time. We pray. We won't sleep. Yeah, because this is a touchy topic. Now, everybody feels strong about it in some way or the other. While one person might say, I am responsible, another person might say, I am not responsible. And like you guys been saying, based on the personality, based on who you are, based on what you've been through, what you've experienced, what you've seen, that's how each and every one of our opinions are going to vary. You know, so we're going to respect each other at the end of the day. We'll shake hands and go home and be married the next day. All right, so we're going to go around once more, and everybody who have any final thoughts or so, we're going to say it, and then we're going to call it the end of the night. Stag.
Like I said, you can either let it motivate you or let it bring you down. So it is what it is. So if you kill yourself, that means you let it bring you down. You either take what that person told you, like, oh, you want me to kill yourself? I'm actually go do something better. Or you can either say, all right, yeah, kill myself, all right, that's what I'm gonna do. But it's your choice at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice. So you got power. You can't let nobody else power, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else take over what you got going on or have you thinking this is right and then you can't listen to people, period. Point blank, period. You can't listen to nobody but yourself and God. And that's all I gotta say.
That's me. That's me.
All right.
It depends. It's still wrong, but is that more impact who have a grief in your life? That will put a major impact in a person's life.
I think it depends on the situation. Depends on how important they are, how relevant they are, what they've seen. Like you said, like their experience. So like it all depends on the situation.
I agree that it's very selfish, but I also believe that words can hurt people. So you gotta be mindful of what you say to people.
I actually think it's based on personality. What someone can actually handle is kind of different from what someone else can handle. So it's based on your personality. So you can say for the fact that you were able to handle whatever the person said to you, you should handle the same way. The person may not be able to handle the same way because like all his life, the person has been shut down all his life. He has never been able to like speak for himself or herself. So I think personality and then like the power has much more impact on a person's life. If a president say has like let's say a president had that much power, if it says like we should close this school, no matter what you are, you're going to close the school because he has that much power. So it's like based on the person that kind of power the person has. Maybe the person may have a less power for you. You can be able to contain whatever the person will say, but it's all based on your personality. That's what I'm going to say.
My final thought would be words have meaning, and be careful what you say to people because you don't know what they're going through, whether they look happy, sad. You don't have to be sad you don't have to look sad to be sad. People mask their feelings by being happy or maybe being outgoing. And words have meaning. You can't just tell someone something as negative as go kill yourself. Feel like you're responsible for what they did. Better yet, be positive. Tell them, like, be encouraging. Encourage them to do better.
I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier. If you kill yourself, you were gonna do it anyway. So I'm not gonna feel bad. I mean, I will feel bad, but it's just gonna be for a few minutes of.
Tonight, we are here again for a second go. Now, some of the crew were not here yesterday when the debate was heated, when the conversation was hot. So today, you're just going to have a little extra, to have more thoughts on what do you think? Is it your fault if you tell someone go kill yourself and they actually did it? Or are you responsible for their death? And so we're going to take two on this and we'll get right into it. Stag.
All right, I'll go first. It's not an easy question to answer, and there's a lot of layers to it. The way I see it is it depends on the situation based off two things. One, how harshly the comment was taken. Was it said in a joking manner? Was it said in a very serious tone? And two, how mentally insecure or unstable was the other person? Was this a child in elementary, middle, high school? Was this an adult? It can change how that answer will be for me. I think if it's a situation where you're a kid This is, let's say, a middle school situation. And you just made a joke, probably was a bad joke, but it was a joke. And they end up killing themselves over, maybe not exactly that, but that might have been the final straw. You might have some responsibility, but not much. You're a kid, you made a dumb mistake, they made a dumb mistake, and sadly, it ended terribly. If you're an adult and they're also an adult, or even worse, if you're an adult and they're a child, that last one, you're probably going to get, you're going to have to take a little bit more responsibility. But if you're both adults, there's a level of confidence that an adult has to have in themselves to not let other people's words hurt them to their core most of the time. Now, it's okay if an adult's having an off day or an off week or even an off year. So that's fine too. And maybe you just say something at the wrong time to them. In that situation, if the person, you didn't know them that well and you just made it, again, a joke, I don't think it should be your responsibility that much. But if you knew the person, you, not maybe as friends, but you just knew them. You knew they were going through something. You knew they were going through some issues in their life, whether they're a kid, adult, this is universal. If you know them and you know that something's going on and you choose to push them over that edge, you got to take some responsibility for that. Not 100% though. The self-responsibility is a big thing to me personally, and I feel like it's a little bit lost nowadays, is that it is on you ultimately, you know, to seek help, to carry yourself in a manner that you're not, I don't want to say sensitive, but you don't set yourself up in a situation where you might harm yourself in this terrible way. And I'd also say it's other people's responsibility to not push you over that edge either.
And I stand up on what I said earlier. I feel as though everybody has power. You should never let what nobody else has to say affect you. I don't care what it is. You can't let what other people got going on affect you. That's just how I feel. And not everybody's built like me, so I don't know what to say to those people, but what I can say is it's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. You're not getting nothing out of it. Nobody's winning. Nobody gets a check. Nothing happens. What did you get out of it? So that's how I feel. Like, you didn't get nothing out of it. What was the point? Like, at the end of the day, you could have done something else. You know? Anything else. Like, there's so many other things you could do. Like, for example, when I'm feeling low, I listen to music or something. Play my favorite song. Like, it's a lot of things. Then, like somebody stated, you're affecting other people at this. You're not just affecting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably think, all right, yeah, this is it. You know, but you're not thinking about who else is affected by this. It's other people that are being affected. So, like they said earlier, that's kind of selfish. So I stand on what I said. And, yeah, you should never commit suicide, no matter what's going on. Never. Period. It's that. It's that. Cruel world. I think everybody knows that. Everybody should know that. And yeah, man, you just gotta be strong, and you always gotta think positive. No matter what's going on, I feel like thinking positive. You gotta always think positive. Always know it's gonna get better. That's all I got to say.